Picture this, the World Cup, the biggest stage in football, 90 minutes, two teams, everything on the line. And then, at the 22nd minute, the referee blows his whistle. Not for a foul, not for an injury, not for a VAR check. He blows it so a television network can run a car commercial. That is what is happening at the 2026 World Cup, right now, in every single match. FIFA calls it a hydration break. Players, coaches, fans, and legends of the game are calling it something else entirely. And after 5 days of watching football get stopped mid-flow for advertising, the backlash has finally reached a point where it cannot be ignored. Because the man who said it out loud, in front of cameras, at a World Cup press conference, was Virgil van Dijk, the Netherlands captain, one of the most respected voices in world football. And what he said was simple, direct, and devastating for FIFA. Let's get into exactly what is happening, why FIFA did it, and why the people closest to the game are saying it is ruining the tournament. Section 1. What FIFA actually did. Here is the rule. Before this tournament, FIFA announced that every single match at the 2026 World Cup, all 104 of them, would contain 2 mandatory 3-minute hydration breaks, one in each half, at the 22nd minute. No exceptions. Doesn't matter if the stadium has air conditioning. Doesn't matter if it's nighttime. Doesn't matter if the temperature is perfect. Every game, every half, 22nd minute, whistle, stop. FIFA's official explanation was player welfare. The tournament is being played in North American summer heat. Some venues reach dangerous temperatures. Players need water. That is the justification. But here is the detail FIFA buried in the small print. During these 3-minute breaks, broadcasters are allowed to cut away from the pitch entirely and show full commercial advertisements. Just like the NFL. Just like the NBA. A live football match, the most watched sporting event on the planet, interrupted twice per game so networks can sell you something. And it gets worse. FIFA didn't just allow this. FIFA announced it to broadcasters first. The chief tournament officer for the 2026 World Cup, Manolo Zubiria, introduced the hydration break policy at a world broadcaster meeting in Washington, D.C. Not at a player welfare summit, not at a medical conference, at a meeting with the people who pay FIFA billions of dollars for the right to show these games. France manager Didier Deschamps said it before the tournament started. 3 words that cut through everything. The broadcasters are happy, right? That sentence is the whole story. Section 2. What happened on the pitch? In Mexico's opening match against South Africa, the very first game of this World Cup, the second hydration break hit right after Raúl Jiménez scored. One of the most emotional moments of the tournament so far. A 35-year-old man who survived a skull fracture, who recently lost his father, scoring his first ever World Cup goal at the Aztec. 83,000 people erupting. And then, the whistle. 3 minutes of standing around, players cooling down, momentum gone, the crowd deflated. That is what FIFA's rule does. It doesn't just interrupt football. It interrupts the moments that make football what it is. In the Netherlands against Japan match at the air-conditioned AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, a venue where the temperature inside was perfectly controlled, the hydration break came anyway. 22nd minute, both halves. Players standing in a modern, climate-controlled arena, waiting 3 minutes while television networks in living rooms around the world cut to commercials. Virgil van Dijk was asked about it after the match. He didn't hold back. Hydration breaks are a bit interesting, he said. I was obviously watching almost all the games up until today. And every time going to commercials, I really don't like it. The Netherlands captain, a man who has played in Champions League finals, Premier League title races, major international tournaments, and his verdict on FIFA's flagship rule at the biggest tournament he has ever played in? I really don't like it. He wasn't alone. Not even close. Section 3. Everyone is saying the same thing. Mauricio Pochettino, the head coach of the United States, the host nation, was direct. I don't like it. I only like it when the conditions are extreme. But when the conditions are good, it is unnecessary. The coach of the home team, at his own country's World Cup, telling FIFA its new rule is unnecessary. Juan Mata, the former Spain and Manchester United midfielder, now working as a pundit at this tournament, said what every player instinctively feels. When you are playing the game, you just want to keep playing. If you are losing, you want to try to score. If you are winning, you want to try to keep the ball. Those breaks break the momentum. As a player, I don't think it's fair. And then there was Jurgen Klopp, the former Liverpool manager, one of the most respected voices in world football, working as a pundit for German television at this tournament. And what he said was not a criticism, it was an indictment. Football is being held hostage by executives in air-conditioned offices, Klopp said. When I saw the players just standing there during a heat break, while TV timeouts dictated the rhythm of the match, I couldn't help asking myself, who does the World Cup really serve? The fans, the players, or the advertisers? He continued. A World Cup match should flow like a river. Instead, we build dams right in the middle so commercials can get through. Football used to be the main event, but now it risks becoming the background music to an advertising show. Section 4. The money behind the decision. Let's talk about what FIFA is actually getting out of this, because the numbers explain everything. During the 2022 World Cup final, US advertisers paid $1 million for 30 seconds of airtime. $1 million for 30 seconds. Now multiply that by 2 breaks per game, by 104 games, across every broadcaster in every country that has paid FIFA for the rights to show this tournament. FIFA has never disclosed the total commercial value of the hydration break slots. But The Athletic reported before the tournament that broadcasters were given the option to either go to a full commercial break or use a split-screen format. Every major broadcaster chose the full cutaway, because the money was too good to leave on the table. And here is the detail that exposes the player welfare argument completely. Fox, the US broadcaster, missed the restart of play in Mexico's opening match because their commercial ran longer than the allotted window. A live World Cup match resumed, and the American broadcast was still showing an advertisement. The moment the rule was designed around, the referee blowing the whistle to restart play happened while Fox's viewers were watching something else. The player welfare argument doesn't survive that moment. You don't accidentally miss the restart of a World Cup match because you care about player welfare. You miss it because you were trying to squeeze one more second out of an advertising slot. Section 5. What this means for football. Here is the bigger question, and it matters beyond this tournament. FIFA has already confirmed that the 2030 World Cup will be held across Spain, Portugal, and Morocco. The 2034 tournament goes to Saudi Arabia. Both of those tournaments will feature extreme summer heat conditions that genuinely warrant player welfare measures. Will the hydration breaks, and the commercial breaks that come with them, be there too? FIFA has not said they won't be. What happened at this World Cup is not just a 2026 problem. It is a template. FIFA introduced mandatory advertising windows into the flow of live football. It worked commercially. The broadcasters are happy. The money came in. And now the question is whether that template gets applied to every future World Cup, permanently changing what a football match looks and feels like. Van Dijk called for FIFA to reassess the breaks on a case-by-case basis. Applied only when conditions genuinely demand them, not as a fixed commercial product dressed up as player welfare. Pochettino said the same. Deschamps said the same. Klopp said the same. Every person who has spent their career inside football has looked at this rule and said the same thing. FIFA has not responded to any of them directly. The breaks will continue. All 104 matches, both halves, 22nd minute, whistled Tom Kermish, resume. Football's greatest tournament, interrupted twice per game, so the people who run it can sell advertising space to the people who fund it. Player welfare, that's what they called it. What do you think? Is FIFA's hydration break rule about protecting players, or is it about money? And if Klopp, Van Dijk, Pochettino, Mata, and Deschamps are all saying the same thing, at what point does FIFA have to listen? Leave it in the comments. Hit the like button if this gave you the full picture. Subscribe to Soccer Radar. We're here every day until July 19th, covering everything FIFA doesn't want you to notice.